Hello there, and welcome. We're going to do another haul video today. This one's a little bit late. I normally try to get them out around the 1st. We're on the 7th today, but it is what it is. I've just been super busy. So we're going to start off with, I already did a review on the UNSC Jackrabbit Blitz, so that is here. I don't know where I put Douglas. I already lost him, but he's somewhere around. This is just a Marine that I had that I used in a little stop motion I did in that video. And then behind that, this is the same elephant you would have seen before. What I think I'm going to do is start doing at the beginning of these videos, just doing all of the sets that I've rebuilt that I got in hauls. So this was the elephant that I got probably about 2 months ago. I finally got around to putting bricks together and getting this guy all set up. It came, I'd say, about 95% complete. It was missing about 10 pieces. I was missing one of the barrels for one of the machine guns. And then, it was missing one of these pieces right here, which was about the only piece I couldn't add. It was missing some of the little cargo things that go underneath the little railings. It was missing a couple of those, so I don't have all of them. And like I said, it was missing one of the track pieces. It was missing one of the guns here. It was also missing one of the figures, too, if you remember from that video. But for whatever reason, the seller included the pilot for the original Pelican instead of the generic masked Marine, which is the most common Halo War style Marine that they made, so no issue there. But yeah, got it complete. And I did add a few extra features, like I added an extra row of plates on top of here to help secure this panel thing in. I added a control console for the crane back there. What else did I add? I added some extra various slopes around just to kind of give it a tiled off look. It is missing a couple of the stickers on this panel, but I think all of the other stickers are there. Some of them aren't pretty, they're pretty messed up. I added some extra detail to the back end over here. Let me rotate the big girl around. Added some various little details to the back just to kind of give it a little bit. I think I extended that a little bit and added a plate on top of that to help with securing it. I also think I added a hook or something to clip the crane down onto the leg there. That way it's not wobbling all over the place. Oh, and I added a little retaining wall to this side here, just a little like railing, because otherwise it's just a flat plate and, you know, people could fall off or something like that. So I just added that. So like I said, it was missing only one figure. It was also missing the entire mongoose. It came with an incorrect mongoose. It came with the green mongoose from the original mongoose set. That's fine. Didn't really need it. And yeah, that's all I got on this elephant. We'll move into something else. Next up, we got the Pelican gunship. This was also in a previous haul, but I finally got around to building this up. If you remember, I picked this up for $33. It was missing 10 pieces, and I was able to accommodate 9 of those 10 pieces. The only thing I wasn't able to accommodate, which I was actually eventually able to, is one of these pieces you'll notice is in gray instead of dark green. That is the only piece that I wasn't able to accommodate. Other than the turrets on the sides, it was missing those entirely. But honestly, I don't like those, so I'm just going to leave it as is. We've got our pilots in there. These are just some pilots. The Arctic pilot. And I think this, the guy that actually came with that elephant we just took a look at, was this guy here, the original Pelican pilot. So they're in there. I don't think I added any additional pieces to it. With the exception up top here, you'll notice some of the stickers with this set. All the stickers were there, but a lot of them were on the wrong pieces, like this one here. This piece is on, I think it's a dark green piece. It's supposed to be on a black piece. I just left a black piece right below it. Eventually, I might try to move that sticker onto that piece, but I'm going to wait until a better time when I feel more confident in myself. Same thing, some of the other pieces on like the back leg wing things. This sticker, that's supposed to actually be, I think, right there, but the person who had it before me put it there for some reason, so that's where it is. And the lights and sounds still work. So, very good deal for $33. Alright, and our 4 other sets that were featured in previous hauls that I finally got a chance to build. We've got the Scorpion Sting here. This was the first one of the 2. This was the one that wasn't listed as being complete, but it ended up being complete, just missing the figure. And then the next 2, this is the Banished prototype suit, as well as the Banished Banshee. Those both came out of this big haul that I got in this builder's box. There was also the Warthog Rally. There was one of those sets. I'm not going to try to rebuild that because I already have like 6 of those, so I'm not going to get another one. I'm just going to use those parts for mock building. There was also parts to a Consano Cyclops in there. It was not complete. Figure wasn't there, so I'm not even going to try to rebuild it because it was missing like 80% of the parts. But like the cockpit section and the right arm for the mech were there, and part of one of the legs, but nothing else. And then back behind these, we've got the Viking ship. I managed to put that together. I got a couple of extra figures from the Viking ship, and then there's some Game of Thrones figures that I kind of kit bashed or pop and swapped in to be extra Viking. So that's there. Those are all the sets that were previously featured. We'll move on to new stuff. Moving on into new stuff, we've got the Arctic Wolverine. I managed to pick this up for, I think, $15. The figure there I just threw in there as a driver. I think the total on it was $19.45 for the entire order. So there was that. It is missing all of the missiles, but that's fine. Whoopsies, I don't need them. We'll just set that off to the side. And then we'll move on to the Promethean gunship. It does have the figures. I don't know what I did with them, but it did come with all of the figures, all the weapons. The only things that were missing, it is missing one of the orange slope pieces that goes right on the cockpit there. And then it's missing all of the clear pieces for the stand. Actually, excuse me, it wasn't missing all of them. It did have some of the clear pieces for the stand, but a couple of them were broken, so it was easier for me to just rig this up with some Lego pieces. So we'll go with that. So there's the Promethean Phaeton. Not a gunship, it's a Phaeton. That's the name of it. Get that out of the way. Speaking of Prometheans, we'll mention this one now since it's relevant. We've got the Cauldron Clash. I picked this up. This does not have any of the figures, and from what I could tell, it is missing the larger base plates down there, but it looks like everything else is there. I haven't had a chance to actually go through it otherwise, so we'll see. But I got this one for $29 on Facebook Marketplace. Real quick, I actually found the green orbital Spartan that came with that Phaeton gunship that we just took a look at. And moving on from there, we'll talk about the Seraph Fighter that you'll notice looks very weird. That is because the set was only actually about 60% complete. I bought it. It was only, let's see, I think I won $15 with like $5 shipping, so it was like $20 or something like that total. So not terrible, but it ended up being only about 60% complete. Did have some of the important parts like the cockpit, the two gray big round pieces for the front. It was missing two large purple slopes for the rear section, as well as it was missing multiple purple slopes that were kind of required for the main build. So I just kind of came up with my own design for the ship, made something that works for me. I incorporated two Banshee Renegades into the set. You'll kind of notice the wings for the Banshee Renegade. I was actually able to incorporate those in and kind of give it a nice rounded look to the ship. There's, I think, I used all four of the wings for the two Banshee Renegades that I cannibalized for this set. So those are there. All the major pieces are there. I think I added a winds control console from the Renegade because I think the control console that came with the ship was missing its sticker, because this is one of the sets that had stickers and most of the stickers were not there. So I ended up just going with this design. I like it. It's the only one I currently have, so it doesn't really mismatch anything else, so we're just going to roll with it. Moving on, I managed to grab 3 human combat forms off of Amazon. They still had some available the last I looked, so if they're still available today, I'll drop a link in the comment section down below to get these guys at basically retail. They're $8, which is a little bit over original retail, but it is about half the price of what these guys are going for on the secondary market right now, normally being about $13 to $20 price-wise on just one of them. So these guys are going for $8. This is probably the lowest price these are going to be until Mega releases more of them. These will be the lowest price that you probably see on these guys for quite some time. Future me here. This is stuff that came in the mail today that I'm recording after everything else in the video has been recorded. But we've got a Series 6 Halo Heroes Roland. Managed to snag this for actual retail price, $6.99 on Amazon. This guy, as well as the yellow Athlon Spartan from Series 6, are currently listed at original retail on Amazon. Every now and then, Series 6, for some reason, comes back in stock at original retail. I don't know if there's just mass quantities of it or what, but there you go with Series 6. So, like I said, right now, Roland and the Athlon, which is the yellow guy there, those two are currently available at retail on Amazon right now. And then every now and then, the rest of the figures also will pop up. I think the pink Spartan is pretty often seen at that price. June is pretty rare, but he does pop up. Same with Grant, and then is that Let Valier? I think that's Let Valier. Every now and then they'll pop up at original retail. Here, and I'll get out of the way. This box here, I got this from China. This is from the Security Warthog. You can pick up this bag of parts. There's just an excess amount of these that were made by Mega. Raining parts out. For whatever reason, they overstocked this specific bag of parts. So this is like got all the detail parts. You got a windshield. We got a Hydra, saw. And then we've got an Elite and 2 Black Spartans. I don't know if these are the same. Those guys, a whole bunch of vehicle parts in yellow with the yellow security hog, which I got this. I might try to retrofit some of these yellow parts onto one of the hogs that I already have and go from there, because these are just super available. This specific bag being super available. The actual set for the security hog is actually one of the more rarer hogs to find, but the bag of specialty parts for a reason. You can buy it on eBay for like 12 bucks is what I think I paid for this. Let's find out what's in the mystery bag. No clue. Is that for like the suspension maybe? I don't know. It's just like a mystery bag of parts. Or is that like a brick separator? I don't know. That was in there. Anyways, lost my train of thought. Sorry. Now something that I did post about when I got it, but I didn't actually put it in a video yet. We have the skewer. This is currently unreleased from Halo Mega. You can buy it from some Chinese sellers. I think there's been 2 of them now that have had this. They are stupid expensive. That's why I bought 6 of them. But yeah, they are very expensive right now. I got these when they were still relatively inexpensive, but they have pretty much quadrupled in price since I bought them. I think I got all of these shipped for 30 bucks. They're now going for like 100 bucks for 5 of them. So they're spendy, but they are currently unreleased and we do not know if they will ever officially release. So take that with what you will. All right, now we'll move into a haul from Simon over at the Domain. There is some of his info. But yeah, this is all from Simon over at the Domain. We'll take a look at what I got. There are a couple of stickers in the box. So we got one of the HCS stickers that he did. I bought a full pack of these at one point, but he threw in another one of these. And then this looks like a Halo TV show, Paramount Plus, something or other. So we got those. And then we'll go ahead and see what's in the box. So we've got a bubble shield that'll be complete. We've got a stand. I think this was, voice crack. I think this was the one that came with the Rhino, if I remember right. I had the Rhino back in the day. I don't currently own a Rhino anymore because I sold it when I was in high school and wanted money for a car. But yeah, this I think was for the Rhino. I could be wrong, could be for something else, but I want to say that was the one for the Rhino. He had a bunch of stuff listed. This is for the Cryo Bay, the base for the Cryo Bay. And then I think everything else is going to be in this box. Oh, there's something there. Little plate with a light on it. Oh, that actually goes on that stand for the Cryo Bay. Get that box out of the way. So this box, let's see, I'll just pick the camera up. This box, this is one of the booster frame boxes, and there's actually all 3 of the booster frames inside of this box here. So go ahead and get her open, and I think the rest of the stuff is going to be inside there as well. We got some plastic baggies, or not plastic, these are like, I don't know, material. I think that's the full booster frame. That's part of the bubble shield. We got some figures. We got, there's a Cryo Bay, a Cryo Tube, some more parts. There's definitely more parts in there. Whoop. Whole lot of parts. Let's take a look. What else do we got in here? Oh, there's a little Cortana. That's the one that comes with the Cryo Bay. Some other parts. We got a Halo 4 Old Articulation Chief. Another piece in there. Something in those. Like a rock? I don't know. Garbage. And Halo 4 Chief. We'll get him out of here. We gotta wake him when we need him. And we need him. So here is the Old Articulation Halo 4 Chief. The Cryo Bay. Just throw him back in. We didn't need you, Chief. Sorry. I think that probably goes like right there or something like that. I'll work on these later. But yeah, there is the cryo bay. There's all the little figures. This guy was not in the booster frame. This guy, oh, this guy I think came with the bubble shield and the parts for that Rhino side build. So blue Hazop, old articulation. I want to say that's the Medic, Halo 4 style Medic Marine. Then we've got this, what is this? Metallic aqua, green colored EVA. I don't actually have this guy complete, I don't think. I have parts for this guy. I have his groin piece, I have one of his shoulders, but I don't actually have the full figure. Now I do. We got a landmine. We got a Promethean dog crawler. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and then the two of the sets I think had... Well, yeah, only two of the sets would need them. But, like, active camo... What are these? Trans brown or something like that. Smoke-colored weapons. So we got the railgun and a Halo 3 style shotgun. And then there's also an SMG in black. And then there's also a little control panel with the radar dish. Not a radar dish, but like a radar. So other various pieces, some Covenant walls, and we'll move on to the next thing. Alright, we'll start moving into the smaller stuff and various small lots. So we got this Marine here from the Platoon pack. I think he was like $5 shipped, so I picked him up. Here's from Mukai Reselling, one of my favorites. So we got two Call of Duty figures. I think I grabbed it specifically for the guy in the blue shirt, but they're sold together, so it is what it is. But this guy, I think I'm going to use this head for like a Buck, unhelmeted Buck head. Kind of looks like Buck, so that's what I think I remember buying him for. And I think I got the blue shirt to see how it would look on my Cobra Troopers I'm trying to build. Didn't really care for this guy at all, but he was, you know, sold alongside this guy, so I had to get him. So it is what it is. Take you through everything at the end of the day. Go ahead and dump this lot out. I think this was one that I submitted an offer and they ended up accepting it. So we've got a dark blue Halo 4 Mark 6 mod Spartan with battle rifle. We've got the orange CQB, which I think came with the Desert Battlescape, if I remember. I think that's correct. I don't have one of these guys, even though I own 4 Desert Battlescapes, but I don't currently have that figure until now. We've got a orange Mark 4 Spartan with a Halo 4 sticky detonator. We've got the silver old articulation recruit, like that bluish silver. We've got a tan Marine. He does have a backpack peg stuck in, and it looks like at some point somebody super glued a peg or backpack onto him. And then he's got, looks like a Desert Eagle for a pistol from the Call of Duty line. Oh, there it goes. And then what else do we got? We've got a red Scout Spartan from Halo 3 and old articulation. Got a red Recon Spartan, old articulation. He's got an ODST chest. That probably looks correct, but his leg does not look correct because it's got snow on it. Speaking of snow, we've got a blue Marine with snow on his boots. Then, let's see, we've got the tan Mark 5B Spartan. I do not remember what set this guy came in, so if you remember, comment that down below. Then we've got a mix match tan Spartan. He's got the new mold sidekick. I think they use that in Call of Duty line, so maybe it's from there, not one of the newer Halo Infinite sets. So tan, like upper torso, and then he's got a Marine left arm and Marine legs. And then we've got a blue Marine wearing a Hazop helmet, which, where did that one just go? I think it was the opposite of this guy's HUD, so that's good to get. These were in separate hauls, of course. This one came from Simon. This one came from this random eBay lot. And then the most important thing about this haul that I got was this translucent green, active camo green CQB Spartan. Because this guy is relatively rare, but I managed to grab hold of him. Can't remember if the grade launcher actually came with this guy or not, but he's got one. And then we've got that, excuse me, Desert Eagle, shotgun, magnum, rocket launcher, battle rifle. Sorry about that. I died for a minute. So we've got a batch of figures here. So I think some of these came from 2 separate sellers. I want to say the ones in these bags came from 1 seller, and then the other bags came from a different seller. So we'll take a look. So we got another NMPD officer. This is the one that came with the cruiser standoff set. Got a black shotgun. I can't remember if he came with this style shotgun or the other style, but that's what he was in the bag with. So NMPD officer. Then we've got Spartan Olympia Veil, which I ended up actually just buying eBay lot that contained her along with some other figures, but it is what it is. This is, I think, the Halo Heroes version of her and not the Fireteam Osiris version, if I remember right. But yeah, there is Olympia Veil. I didn't have her. She has the printed arms instead of having shoulders because the copperhead shoulders that she uses are just so low profile that it was just better to just paint on the arm with red instead of actually making a mold for shoulders for her. So there's Olympia Veil. And then we've got the somewhat forgotten player character of Edward Davis from, I think, Spartan Assault. He's the yellow guy that you play as in, or was it Spartan Strike? I can't even remember, he's that forgotten. But this is one of the player characters in Halo, technically, in Spartan Assault or Spartan Strike, whichever one it was. So there's that. Let's see. Got some Prometheans. I'm not going to try to rip those open. We got another Crawler in red and a Watcher in red. We got a Marine from Recon Getaway still sealed in the bag. And then we've got this dark red Warrior Spartan. I think that's the name. This one looks, maybe, yeah. I don't remember. This might have been Fireteam Crimson's. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know Fireteam Crimson uses this dark red color. So that might have been where this guy's from, but that's what he is. And then the seller also threw in this baggie of little weapons, which looks like there's a silenced SMG, and then some like pickaxes, shovels, and stuff in red for some reason. I think these are actual Mega Bloks pieces, if I remember right. I just don't remember what set they would be from. I don't think a Halo set, because I don't think Halo ever used these in red. But like the elephant we already looked at earlier in the video, that has these exact pieces in black. It's just kind of a random eBay lot that I'm kind of surprised I won, and set that one off to the side because that's the reason I bought it. But we've got the orange Commando Spartan. This was, I think, the one from the Outpost, or not Outpost, the Armory, Containment Armory. Then we've got the Operator Spartan. This is the one that has that variant that could have the black painted knife. This one does not. Set those over to the side. It looks like we've got the Jackals from the Warthog Rally set, because that looks, that might not be the Marine. I think the Marine in the Warthog Rally had long sleeves. He's got a Halo 4.5 style battle rifle. We've got this thing, which I'm assuming is Destiny. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments down below if you know what this is from. I have no clue what this would be, so just let me know, because I don't know. Marine helmet. We've got a yellow JFO. He's got Marine shoulders for some reason. He's also got the wrong groin piece, and he's missing his groin armor entirely. So there's that. He'll probably just be custom fodder. And then the Destiny / Call of Duty mix match figure thing there. And then, oh, I didn't realize he was missing his crotch piece, but that's fine. We've got this ODST here, which is one that I did not have. However, he is missing several pieces. He's missing his shoulders, which is unfortunate. I did know that. I didn't realize he was missing his entire crotch piece, but I think I can rig something up, and that might actually be... No, that's definitely not his. He's definitely missing that. I could probably figure something else out, and I think I have a spare black or a gray ODST belt, and I'll figure out something for shoulders for him. But he's got an SMG on his back. Big old bag of Covenant figures that I won. Let's see. So we got a whole bunch of, I think these are all old articulation. Whole bunch of elites in blue. What is that? Commando in white. Purple Brute, Copper Brute, Blue Brute, Blue Brute, Blue Brute, Purple Brute, Purple Elite, Original Style, Red Elite, another Red Elite. Brute Captain with the metallic blue color. Grunt, one of the mid articulation ones, or mid style. Some more blue elites. Those might actually have been the same ones, just kidding. We got a gold hunter who's missing all of his spikes. we've got this style of original Elite in blue. We've got a yellow Flight Elite, another blue Brute, 2 more old original blue Brutes, Halo 4 5 style Jackal. We've got an AC of that exact same figure. Looks like both of his hands are broken. I think all of them I've gotten have had broken hands. So we've got another blue Brute. We've got an original purple Grunt, another purple Brute, an Ultra, I think. Let's see, original red style Elite. We've got the parts for, what is that, the aesthetic armor. We've got a blue Snowbound Elite, 2 more blue Elites, 1 of each style of old articulation, 2 more copper Brutes, silver Elite, blue Brute, blue Jump Pack Brute, another purple Grunt, or is it the same Grunt? It might be the, nope, there are 2. Gold Commando, I want to say, a red Snowbound. This guy is, I want to say, the blind bag blue Brute. He's got light blue versus the dark blue, that's the more common. Another blue Elite, and a sealed silver Flight Elite. I think this is the second one I've gotten of these sealed, so I have 2 of them now. There's that. Let's push all that away. Just throw these in. These are the mannequins for the Call of Duty Nuketown set. I found somebody that was selling them for like $5 shipped for the 2 of them, so I just went ahead and picked these up. Probably use these in a mock, like a store display or something like that, but I've got them. Do they have arm articulation? No, they're just statues. I don't know where that came from, but that was in my box of goodies here that I'm going to be talking about. Let's get these out, maybe. They're stuck in there pretty good. Oh well. We got a Scattershot, old original SMG, old original plasma pistol, a printed saw, and an original style energy sword. Just dump everything out. So I think we'll get the figures out of the way first. I want to say this is the side build for, was it the 2013 Wraith with the crashed mongoose? I think that's what that was from. So we got that. It's got a drop pod, weapon drop pod, I should say. Well, it's going to have more drop pods than that. Whole bunch of purple flowers. We'll add that to our pile here. We got a couple of weapons: battle rifle, beam rifle, cubby carbine, black stand, and then an orange scout Spartan. A original Jackal. I think this is one of the ones that came in, what was that? Long sword, short sword. One of those ones. I want to say that's the only place you could get the original Jackals, maybe. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Another purple Elite. This one is full of actual drop pods as well as a helmet set. So you got 2 of these metallic purple ones, burgundy metallic ones. Got a blue 2-piece drop pod. It's empty. This one, I didn't realize this in the listing. That is not a multi-part drop pod. That's a 2-part drop pod somebody cut the door out of. So I didn't realize that. Looks like we've got the Snow ODST drop pod. It's got both doors intact still, which is good. It's kind of dusty in the interior. And then there's a random peg, like trans blue peg on the inside for some reason. Not sure where that would have come from, but it's got one. And that's like one that you would attach something with a ball joint to, like one of the armor pieces would stick onto that. That's what one of those is for. Got the silver helmet. Oh, hey, you can see me. We'll go ahead and pop her open. And inside, we've got almost 2 sets of Fireteam Rhino, if I remember right. I think one figure is missing his torso, but otherwise they're there. We got some crates. We got 1 set of yellow, 2 of the light gray with green lids, random green stand. We got 3 weapon drop pods, a couple stands, a saw, with the Fireteam Rhino flag. I don't know what stand just went. There's the stand for Rhino. So there is that. And then those look like the parts for the incomplete Spartan. Good Magnum. Oh, there's an orbital or oceanic helmet. So I think that's the one that was incomplete. But if I remember, 2 defenders, 2 or oceanic, 2 aviators, and then 2 warriors. Shotgun, 2 shotguns, railgun, saw, some other weapons. Okay, next up, everything that's going to be in this segment of the video all came from one seller on eBay. I did already try to modify this into my own Pelican, but what I bought was an incomplete original Pelican along with the incomplete Big Hog, whatever it was called. And then he had also a second listing that was a whole bunch of figures, so we'll look through that in a minute. I did already try to modify the Pelican into my own version of a Pelican using parts from Pelican Inbound that I had. I added some pilots to kind of make it into a new articulation style of Pelican. It was missing one of the large wings. It needed 2. And actually, probably better estimate, it was probably about 65% complete. It was missing like the entire left side of the fuselage, so I ended up just having to take parts that I had and I kind of incorporated what I had into what was there, and this is kind of what I came up with. I haven't finished it, like the whatever these are called on the back, those are not complete. I just haven't had time to work on that yet. But yeah, this is what I came up with for my own custom design. And then here are the wheels for that Big Hog. I had an idea of something to do with this. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but I definitely have an idea for these. That's not going to be a Big Hog. Let's see. This is a bag of black pieces. There was like a whole bunch of excess pieces that were in the listing that I don't even know if they were pictured or not, but they were there. These are the black pieces. There's also green, gray, and silver. I think I already put the rest of the pieces into my parts bin, so that's where those are at. So, and these were actually 2 separate lots. We'll pick the picture of this lot up on the computer. These figures, as I said, these all came from the same seller as what I got the Pelican, the Big Hog. So, we got a Pelican pilot starting us off. All the figures are going to be there from the original Pelican. We got our yellow Hayabusa. He does have not mismatched. I don't know what I'm saying here. He's got incorrect hands on one side because he's got black hand and a gray hand. Got a green pilot. He does have the wrong left leg, so hopefully we can figure that out. I know I saw some Marines with that style leg in here. Well, actually, that looks like that's supposed to be this guy. There we go. So there's that. Hopefully we can find this guy's leg. But there is one of these Marines with the camo printed legs, and there's another one, I think. Or no, he doesn't have any camo printing, but same style Marine. We got a set of hunters from EVA's Last Stand, and I say that because I'm looking at a green EVA from EVA's Last Stand, so I'm going to assume these all came together. That hunter's got some black marks on his head, hopefully that'll wash off. I've not cleaned these at all, so these are all raw dogged, so we're just going to go with it. We've got an orange Spartan. I think he's got mixed matched hands. I think he should have the black hands if he's got the black legs, but we'll see what we got in here. We got an incomplete Marine, incomplete elite. We got an honor guard head that looks like it popped out of the socket because it's got the head peg. Oh, actually, there is that. And this is like the lightest saying Helios honor guard, if I remember right. This seller, at the time that I was bidding on these, so I bought the figure lot, I think I ended up winning at 65. I ended up winning this one I think I won at 100, and I think I won the Pelican and the Big Hog at 65. He also had the Phantom, a Wraith, and a couple of other Covenant sets all in one big bulk lot. I topped my bid out at 200 and somebody outbid me, and I think that lot ended up going for like 500, so I did not get the Phantom, but I think I got the figures for the Phantom though, so joke's on the person that bid on it. Yep, sure enough, there is Rippa Morami, Old Articulation Arbiter. This is the one that came with the Phantom that the seller had. He did not put the figures with the builds, or they, whoever they were, I don't know if it was a guy, but I would assume it was, so it is what it is. So got that. I only won the 2 lots. He had multiple big lots of parts. I only won the figure lot and then the Pelican and the Big Hog. Let's see. We've got a Flame Marine on a Spartan torso. So hopefully we can figure that out. Flame Marine. We've got another green Spartan torso. We've got a green Marine flood form. He's got 2 flood arms for some reason. We had an AC Brute, and actually here is his leg. There's AC Brute. We got a blue crawler. We got a zombie EOD glow in the dark. Red Elite. We've got a turret. This, I think, came off of the Phantom. It came in multiple sets, but since I know that the seller had a Phantom, and he also had a Wraith, so it might have came off the Wraith. Blue Brute. This guy's got a broken back tag. Ooh, that's an interesting piece. This is the Flood piece that goes onto the Ghost in the original Floodgate Firefight set. Another Incomplete Elite. Incomplete Spartan. Brute Captain. There's actually two of them. I don't remember what set these came in, but I got two of them. Looks like that's the Flame Marine body with a Marine head. Most of Old Articulation George, or the alternate body parts for the Old Articulation George. We got an Army Trooper that would have been the same set as that George. Another Covenant Plasma Turret. This one, I want to say, is probably the chin gun for the Wraith, or Wraith, the Phantom. We got a Sarah Palmer missing a shoulder. We got an incomplete red Spartan, red CQB, another incomplete red Spartan. He's got somebody else's T-joint there that's brown. We got another one of these blue Hazop Spartans. We've got a new articulation, but older style Halo 2 Marine, Magnum, printed Covey Carbine. That's always good to get. Black Rocket Launcher. Ooh, legendary blue Security Spartan. Incomplete silver, whatever this is, Aesthetic Elite. Orange Hayabusa from the Wraith. Ooh, we got another printed Covey Carbine, so we got two of those. We've got another orange CQB Spartan. I want to say that the seller also had Battlescapes. I didn't place any bids on the Battlescapes, but yeah, I want to say that's where that guy came from. Another one of these blue guys. Didn't we? We literally just saw one of these, didn't we? I don't know where he went, but yeah, we definitely just saw that guy. We just saw this guy too. I got that guy sitting right here. So yeah, just got two of these guys. Definitely got two of these guys. Is what it is. We got another Arctic drop pod. This one's got the figure with the printed sniper rifle in white, which I think was the only time we ever got the rifle in white. There's also a printed battle rifle in there next to the ODST, as well as the ODST and the drop pod. I don't think the door is going to be here, so that's unfortunate, but we did get two white drop pods right next to each other. Where'd the other one go? I don't know, but there's two of them. It's in this bag. Oh, yeah, it's in this bag. So yeah, I got two Arctic drop pods, both missing the doors in the same, or not the same haul, these were separate hauls. Flame Trooper gas tank, Old Articulation Tartarus. We've got a red Old Articulation Halo 4 Spartan. I don't know the name of this guy. Green leg, AC EVA. He's a little bit yellowed, but his hands are still intact, and it looks like his groin piece, while it's on backwards, it's still intact. Purple Hunter, another incomplete elite. Skirmisher head. This would have came with George and that Army Trooper earlier. Incomplete grunt, missing some legs, although there's his legs right here. It might be on backwards, but fuck. I broke him. Oopsies. Oopsies. We'll set that off to the side. We got a Jackal with a yellow shield. This is a Halo 4-5 style one. Another Flame Trooper tank. We got a black gun. I want to say this came off of the Falcon. The seller also had the Falcon in a different lot that I didn't win, so I know that that's probably where it came from. Black Missile Pod. I don't have one of these in black. I've got multiple of these in gray and silver, but none in black, so that's cool to get. Blue EVA. Another glow-in-the-dark Spartan. Actually, two more glow-in-the-dark Spartans, Recon and EVA. And actually, we're not kidding. Where'd that blue security go? Oh, this guy. And these guys, I think, were Last Man Standing, the Last Man Standing set, the first one, right? I think there should be one more glow-in-the-dark Spartan, but yeah, I think these guys came in that set. Another incomplete Marine, or Spartan. Blue Old Articulation Elite. Incomplete Blue Flood Elite. You can tell because he's got the printing for all of the torso and stuff in the Flood colors. Ooh, we got a Gauss turret. Gauss Hog turret. That's nice. I'm definitely going to put this onto another hog. We've got a gray Marine, although I think some people call these NMPD officers. These are the ones fighting the flood in the old Floodgate set that this big piece came from. Another red Spartan, a red original grunt. We've got another Edward Davis. Hey, what do you know? We got a green old articulation chief, or a Spartan. Do you have a backpack? He does a backpack on. I think this Davis and then wherever Palmer went, they came in the same set. And probably, oh, there she is. These two, I believe, came in the same set. I do have a Sarah Palmer, but I have a different version of her. So good to get that one. So I think I have the white one, I want to say. Another Marine, he's got an incorrect T-joint. Brown ODST, a white Fly Elite, a blue Captain. There's George, old articulation, white original grunt. I think this guy came with the Phantom. Another white Elite. This is the original Shipmaster, I think. This is the one that came with the Wraith. Or no, that one might have had less printing on it. Another blue Elite, original Elite. We've got another green Spartan. This one's different. A little bit lighter green than the OG ones that are dark green. We got another yellow Spartan. This one came with the Pelican. Another Marine in green. George's Turret. Another white grunt, old articulation. That probably came in the Phantom. We've got another Marine. This guy, oh, we're not even on camera, and hopefully things have been focused. Haven't really been paying attention to that. Another purple Brute. Another Turret. Let's see, we'll go over those last. We got a blue Recon. He's got some hair dust on him. Like I said, this is raw dogged. So another blue Elite. We've got a incomplete blue Spartan and Cat. And moving on from there, we still got more to talk about with this haul. We got 2 drop pods. Crack her open. We've got a silver Elite Ultra. He's got a purple energy sword in there with him, and then a little peg as well. And our other one, we got another Elite Ultra. He's got 2 printed plasma grenades in there with him, so that's nice. I don't think I have any printed plasma grenades. There's that haul. Actually, I completely spaced. There is one more big thing to talk about, and let me get these out of the way because we're going to need a lot of space for it. Alright, and if you've stayed to the end of the video, this is going to be the best part of it. So, I picked up this Kodiak here. This was missing a couple of pieces, unfortunately. It was missing about 10 pieces. 8 of those I was able to salvage from my parts bins, but I was unable to find 2 of them, which I was actually able to get from some of the people on Discord and Facebook. It was missing one of the wheels. It was actually missing that one right there. I was able to get one in gray from Demarcation Media. However, that's not the correct color. I was actually able to scrounge up one from Dylan on Facebook. He was able to get me the wheel as well as this slope piece here that was missing. I just haven't had a chance to pull that wheel off yet. But yeah, picked this up. It was actually relatively inexpensive for Kodiak. It was only $75. Missing 10 pieces in the figures, but $75 for a Kodiak is pretty unheard of. And I should know. So if you've been paying attention in the video, you might have noticed hiding behind this Cauldron Clash is a Kodiak box. Now, would you be shocked if I told you that's not the box this came in? Because not. That's a whole nother Kodiak in there. There's a story to that. So, I actually initially placed a bid on this guy at $200. I got outbid. So after I got outbid, I went ahead and bought the incomplete one for $75. So didn't do anything else, forgot about it. And then the day that this Kodiak went live, I got a notification that the previous bidder had rescinded their bid and I was back to being the top bidder on this set, which I wasn't planning on, but I ended up actually winning this one at like right at my max bid. So I have 2. And this one is not sealed. I believe it's missing the figures. I haven't had a chance to look through it, but the seller in the picture had it laid out. All the figures were out, and the bottom is actually taped up. So as far as I'm aware, it does not have the figures either, but it was listed as a complete build, and I believe missing figures. But yeah, I ended up with 2 Kodiaks, which if you know anything about Kodiaks, these are not cheap on the secondary market, and now I got 2 of them. Anyways, guys, go ahead, drop a comment down below of what you think the best thing in this haul was. If you haven't liked the video already, go ahead and do so. And if you haven't hit subscribe while you're down there, make sure you hit that button as well. If you're this far in the video, this is probably going to be like a 20-30 minute video at this point. So if you're still here, you probably like seeing mega hauls. So just go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you have a great rest of your day. And always remember reach.